All right, first and foremost, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles that taught us this truth, and peace, mercy, and salutations, of course, to the hopeful elect. Getting straight into it through the Spirit, I wanted to just talk about some of the customs, law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave the children of Israel, opposed to the laws, statutes, and commandments, if they have any, of these nations that has oppressed the children of the nation of Israel. All right. So let's just get straight into this, and let me bring out this quick precept. Yes, sir. All right. Leviticus 19:27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. Let's go down to 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. All right, so here we go. We're in the Levitical law, the book of Leviticus, all right, which is, of course, contains law, statutes, commandments that Yahweh, the true name that the world calls God, gave to the children of the nation of Israel. Well, specifically Moses, okay, and he dished it out through the Spirit. But as we can see, we're in the beginning of the book, and we're just gonna learn how the children of Israel differ from the rest of the nations, man, and specifically these customs. All right, so let's get straight into it.
Cuts or hesitation. A capin. And it cuts like a razor blade in spite of the rain. It's not the leaves, but the cane of the stalk with which he acts as a hairdresser.
All right, so going back to the Exodus of the children of Israel from Egypt, after the Lord delivered us from Egypt, and as we were on our way to the promised land, the Lord sent forth many warriors from the nation of Israel, many young men, to conquer the land. All right. So during that time, of course, even the Egyptians, man, the Hamites, all right, and every other nation, they had customs and things that were different, to say the least, in relation to the nation of Israel. One being the way that they wore their hair, all right. And let's just specifically leave it at that. As you can see, that haircut that boy got,
Eyebrows. Carefully.
and he's shaving his eyebrows. That's something that's done over here a lot too, especially by women. But that's a whole nother doggone subject. That boy got what they call a chili bowl, or or a boosie. It's basically when you round the corners of your head, man. And going back to the children of Israel, as we were, going through these territories, if you will, and encountering these other nations, they look like this, and they had parts like the Egyptians. They probably had weird cuts in their heads and things like that, and that was contrary to how we conducted ourselves, man. So this right here, I just typed in black men's haircuts. As you can see, boom, rounding the corners of your head is against the law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave us, man. I know it probably seems like it looks cool, I guess, or it looks clean, but it comes from weirdos, man. The weirdos were doing that. The people who oppressed us were wearing their hair like this. I know the Hamites, a lot of that, them cuts come from them Hamites, man, out there in them, in the wilderness and in them jungles and things like that, making them tribal, you know, haircuts. Like, we're tribal people as well. We just don't rock like this. All right. So all this is a no go. All this is a no go. All right. As far as the hair goes, the cuts. All right. We just talked about that. This is what the Lord didn't want. All right. Now, of course, we over here in Babylon the Great, year 2020, man. We so far removed, from any wisdom, the majority of our nation that the Lord has given us, that of course this seems like not a big deal, even if people of our nation do hear this, what I deem, or as something kind of a easy doggone statute, you know commandment to keep, just like eating pork or not eating pork. So like, yeah, not eating pork, or these are easy things, bro. Like, bro, like, why would, I mean, if the Lord, like, bro, and especially if you want to have a little hair on your head, bro, don't shave off that beautiful, peculiar hair. You got our women, especially when it first came out, with that shave the side of your head that came from rock and roll and all that devil worshiping, you know, and all that goth stuff had our women shaving, and they still do it. A lot of them just completely shave off the side of their head, like that shit look cool. Nah. All right, let's get back into it. Man. So let's get to the woman a little bit. Now, here we go.
The long neck look is in northwest Thailand, close to the Burmese border.
So, Thailand. This is a nation, not Israel. This is how they rock.
Lies a refugee camp. It harbors an unusual tribe. Stretched necks and shackled limbs define these women as Padang. For centuries, the Padang women have carried the tribe's mark, the collar known as Wang. Each of them began the painful process as a girl when her bones were small and flexible. Even on the young, however, the coils chafe. To achieve the stretched neck look of her elders, she'll have to return every few years to have more coils added. The collar continues to hurt, but for Padang girls, pain is a requirement of belonging.
All right, so women, period, the weaker vessel in relation to the man, especially the Hebrew Israelite man. They don't have it all, man. Going back to Hosea 4:6, the Lord's people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And the woman, our women, specifically the black woman, she's destroyed for lack of knowledge on how to take care of her temple, man, from the head to the foot. And I just brought this up to show you that women, regardless of whatever nation they is, going back to nations having their own customs and things of that nature, and law, statutes, and commandments, we do, okay? The way they conduct themselves, the way they look, some are willing to go through great pain to obtain what they think is beauty, all right? Now, we're dealing with that here in Babylon the Great. We can just say something as simple as are women trying to fit their big butts and thighs into a size 3 pair of pants, and how much it probably hurts, and how much unsanitariness that probably brings, all right, to her temple, all right? But still, she's willing to go through that discomfort and that great pain to look a certain way, all right? Here's what else we got here? Yeah, okay, and then we'll get to our
every day or face a beating from her parents.
All right, another nation, not Israel, custom would be they love small feet. So this old lady, is telling us, look, her toes were broken since she was a child, foot bound. This is what they do. They're willing to go through great pain in order to look a certain way, to whatever that society deems as beautiful. Now, our women in our captivity, all right, let's talk about that hair again. Okay, the Israelite man seems to be able to grow his hair much more healthier than the average Israelite woman. They don't like to hear it, but everybody on this planet knows it's true. Look at us, any man that has a little bit of hair that's trying to grow his hair out, and look at the average woman hiding her hair. Okay, check it out.
My hair. What a birthday. I just want to show you guys what this perm did to me. This is it. Oh, my hair. Oh, it's so hard to grow it.
All right, cool. Not gonna lie, it sounds pretty sad. She seems pretty sincere, like this was an actual, video, and it just further reiterates we gotta get the hell out of here, man. I know we get on 2/3 of our nation so much, but man, I'm just tired of seeing our nation suffer, man. I'm tired of suffering. I just want to get up out of here, man. But yeah, lack of knowledge, man, and as well as the Israelite woman being cursed, we can bring out that precept with that scab. All right, this is Isaiah 3:17. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. You heard the sister say she worked hard to grow that hair, and now in our nation these days, long hair to us, to black women, kind of considered touching their shoulders. Here, the Lord saying He was gonna remove that hair, put a scab there, and discover their secret parts. So that tells us that at least what the Lord deems as long hair, or a full head of hair, would be that which is thick and long enough to cover your secret parts. And we all know what your secret parts are. All right. So yeah, women, I don't even want to get into it, man. I don't even want to get into it. This hair stuff too. Oh my God. But we gotta get out of here, man. Through the spirit, man. If you never heard any of this, or if you have, it just further reiterates once again, we got to get out of here. Just tired of seeing it, man. Our people are just destroyed. We've been destroyed many years over here, and in the midst of our captivity, man. And enough is enough, man. All these things are happening. You got that mark coming, of course. The elections coming, of course. The results, and it should be an interesting next year, 2021, man. But I guess that about do me through the spirit, man. I just wanted to just bring out, a little clarification about, where it came from, where the Lord was coming from in relation to why we don't do these certain things. All right, going back to the woman in her hair. All right, she's trying to perm her hair. Why? Because she's been destroyed to hate herself. They can say whatever they want. It's easier to manage. Hey, if we were in our doggone power, all right, doing what we were supposed to do, you would have as many women as you need to maintain your hair. You wouldn't even have to do it. You know how women sometimes got might have 4 different women doing one lady hair, but in the kingdom it'll be like that, but for now, man, this is a mess. But yeah, going back to Eve and blonde hair. All right, you see Eve with a lot of blonde wigs, or she'll even go as far as coloring their hair blonde, and a lot of men of our nation do it as well. I'm like, man, if you gonna color your hair, and I definitely don't recommend no guy doing that, period, but you gonna color your hair as an Israelite, whether you a Israelite or not, Why would you get your hair the color of the people you know done oppressed you? Now, y'all might, like a lot of people may not know, the history of us in relation to the truth in the Bible, but they doggone for sure know that we were slaves at some point. So why would they do that, Israel? Why would they do that? Cause they made us hate ourselves. They hate that kinky hair, bro. And it ain't just cause they don't like the way it look. They don't know how to manage it. They don't want to wear that afro. They don't want to let it grow. That's why I got a head full of hair, and I thank Yahweh Bashim Hawashai for my hair. And y'all don't. A lot of our women don't. You're not humble. They're able to hide that curse, but trust me, during this great tribulation that we're getting ready to go through, all that's gonna be dealt with. They're not gonna have any place to. I'm sure there'll be a run on the hair supply stores when it goes down. I'm sure our people gonna ramshack the stores and take all the hair goodies that they can possibly get, but it's only gonna last but for so long, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai. But yeah, man, don't take that chip. Repent. Ask the Lord to remove some of these curses off of us, man, so that we can, do what we gotta do to go home, man. And I guess with that, I'll leave it at that once again. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors once again to the apostles that taught us this truth, and definitely much peace to the fellow Israelites out there trying to make it home, man. With that, of course, Shalom.